Public comment? Anybody from the public wish to speak on items in closed session? Yeah, come to the podium, state your name for the record.
Yeah, Bob. Mike Trask. I just wanted to let you gentlemen know that instead of saying Houston, we got a severe problem with this RCD and the budget. They like we talked to you guys here about 2 months ago. Absolutely nothing has been done on any of the complaints or being able to file anything with the budget or anything on RCD. And now there's a deal for Thursday night that they want to abolish completely the whole 9 yards of the whack and everything, taking 100% of our, quote, being able to complain or due process away from us. And nobody will hear anything about the budget, and it's set right now for Karen to legally draw the money on the 17th of this month. Where before she said that if everything wasn't done protocol, she couldn't accept the money or she wouldn't. Well, it's not been done to protocol. So I just wanted to let you gentlemen know that we do have a problem, and I've talked to a couple of you on the phone, but something's got to be done with no budgets, accountability or anything, and they approved a special loan to the RCD with Watermaster money. And if the grant doesn't come through, then how are they going to pay that back? Because we're not a bank. And the budgets, the audits and everything do not even show what is going on. So something has got to be done, and I don't know what, but it shouldn't have to take certain members from the general public that are paying the money to take this to court or what, because they're not even following the court docs. So I just wanted to let you gentlemen know.
Thank you, Mike, again for Larry. Any other comments?
Yeah, Mike, I want to say thanks for coming in. We had quite a lengthy conversation the other night, and I mean, I told him I shared his frustration. I mean, and as I said, I know we arranged that whole talk here, and that everybody came, and it was said, in no uncertain terms that there was a date, and if this stuff wasn't done, we're not going to pay the money. I'm putting on the tax roll.
Right.
And apparently, I mean, I don't know, I was going to try and meet with Karen today, but apparently that date wasn't met. And it's still going on the, tax rolls. And so, I mean, I can only imagine how frustrating it must be for. Yeah.
Well, and it's not only the first year. This has been since 2008, since we took it over. They have not done their protocol. And
Yeah.
Richard knows, protesting it all these years, and we got to do something.
But especially it's more frustrating when just a few weeks ago was like said,
Right.
it wasn't going to happen if the dates weren't met. And apparently they weren't met, and it's still happening. My wife met her family through gymnastics. They had recently bought a property up here, and also they're in this whole mess with the RCD. They have some water right, and when they got to visit, and she told my wife, she said, "Man, I don't know what to do. Like these water fees," and she asked her, "What the heck's going on?" And they were, they're panicking and thinking, "Man, they made a mistake. And what's this going to do to the property?" And thinking of like trying to sell, and I don't know. I hope we could help you guys, but because it is horrible to have all this unknown and rising costs, nothing you can do about it. So, anyway.
And they are having a special meeting, I guess, Thursday night at Johnsonville Fire Hall at 5:30, a combined meeting between RCD and the WAC board. And I guess Mr. Dow is supposedly bringing up to abolish the WAC board. And that's our only recourse for any due process. They're not taking it hand on hand and trying to get stuff done. That's our only due process, and we're without it right now.
I know. And you get other people that say the exact opposite of what you're saying about they should do without it. You say need it. I know there's, but I think everybody agrees that it's horrible.
Court mandated that they have audits and everything every year, and there was 4.5 years of straight in a row that they never had anything. And we all remember what happened to Lassen County Fair here several years ago. $100,000 or something disappeared and nobody knew where it went, nobody was ever prosecuted for it. So, and this is headed for us the same direction when there's no accountability for any of the money.
Okay, well, we have no authority, as you know, to make any decisions over the RCD.
Right.
Absolutely zero. So it's not under our jurisdiction. But like that meeting at 5:30, you said?
It's supposed to be at 5:30 at Johnsonville Fire Hall Thursday.
Okay, thank you for the information, Mike.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
Anybody else wish to address the board before the closed session? Iona?
Yes, thank you. Iona McCain speaking. Thank you very much, Chairman. Don't you think that if anybody has any water rights or along with in this area of the RCD, that as a board, I've mentioned it before, but I know that there can be a conflict of interest, whether it's perceived or not. And I think the board has put itself in a bad position in reference to this board here, because there's a possibility that some of you have conflict of interest.
I don't think it's
Well, you don't think, but believe me, it's a perception. Thank you very much. And it does hurt a lot when you hear about people worrying about their water rights and they not being able to use it. The people that are down on Belfast Ranch that have those buffaloes down there, I don't know if you've seen it, but I know that their fields are all dried up and that are feeding their buffalo for the last month or so. I pass it practically every day, and the problem being is their well is not operating. All right, and it's a real sad state of affair, but I just feel that let's keep us out of any kind of a conflict here, because believe it or not, perception really does rule more than anything else.
I understand that, Iona, but again, this board has no authority over it. So since we have no authority, somehow there's a conflict.
Well, you have no authority, but this board did appoint, well, at least 4, you know, whether it was Dow or whether it was Wood or whether it was, I know Les is no longer here, he's a good guy. But I'm just simply got, you guys say you have no authority, but you do take action. Thank you.
Council, did you want to comment? I mean,
Well, you only take action because the RCD gave you that authority. They're the ones who did the resolution that gave you the, the legislative intent of the RCD is for them to pick their own board. They chose not to. They made a resolution that put it in the responsibility of the Board of Supervisors. Yeah. And so the RCD is the one who put it in their hands. That's all. Otherwise, it's an
Can I
elected
speak to the
position.
board? This is like drawing a red line. Yes, I do, no, I don't, yes, I do, no, I don't. It just makes a confusion here. So the RCD gives you guys the authority. All right, you guys take the authority. You say you have no authority.
authority to appoint.
My point being is there's a conflict here. Thank you.
Thank you, Iona.
You're welcome.
Anybody else wish to address the board? Seeing nobody, announcement of items to be discussed in closed session.
Members, we're going to meet in closed session, 1 on the Dyer Mountain case, 2 on a case involving litigation, and 3 on the sale of the Herlong property.
Okay, thank you. With that, we will go into closed session.